Hey guys, Muddy Gazelle here, joined once again with Gore, the movie god.
Hey.
And yeah, some apologies, I guess. We haven't done this for a couple weeks for multiple reasons. One, the dub of the show has now officially been delayed.
Yeah.
It is a week forevermore throughout this season behind the sub. And not to say that no one can watch the sub version and watch it, but we just discussed the as the English one comes out because I feel like there's like different audiences for both. But
Yeah.
regardless, it's the same episode, just purely different voices. So
Yep. And I haven't watched the Japanese dub yet. I guess you'd call it Japanese dub, right? But the Japanese one, I haven't watched it yet. But I think I will continue on. But right now I haven't done so yet. So
yeah. So for everyone who's watching this sub, be respectful to people in the comments who don't watch that one. Don't say spoilers, et cetera, et cetera.
yeah,
But
don't say Deku die.
yeah, oh yeah, you
Yeah,
know,
don't
like
say
all my
that.
catches fire. You
Yeah,
know.
yeah. He trips, breaks his neck. Yeah.
Jesus.
Well,
Imagine
that's
that'd be a terrible episode.
Yeah, that'd be the worst way to go.
Oh my gosh.
Like,
But
you should
yeah.
just died last season. It sucks.
Thankfully, I read the manga and Gore's gonna be watching ahead. So I mean, I'm not gonna be. I'll be able to monitor the comments. It'll be fine. No one's gonna say anything. But yeah, we have 2 episodes to talk about. The first one we'll kind of skim through because it was a really good episode. It's just not like anything really crazy that happened. It's just some things to talk about. And then we got Lemillion, which is the newest English one, which was a great episode, and we'll talk about that one next. So.
Yes. Hell yeah.
Okay. The first episode was Temp Squad, right?
Yes.
Okay.
The
So
10th
Temp
episode.
Squad.
We're in this double digits already.
Yeah, which is both kind of crazy, but also not that crazy because there's
No.
26 in the season, so we're not even halfway done.
Yeah.
Even if you take into where the sub is like 12, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, not even halfway done.
We like 12, 13 or something like that. I think there's 25 or 26 episodes.
I think there's 26.
Yeah. I think the last season was 20. Was it 25 or 26?
I think they're all 26, except for
Okay.
season 1, obviously. That was the
Yeah, that
short
was
one.
13, right?
Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. This episode, it literally takes place right after Fat Gum's fight, or Kirishima and Fat Gum fight
Yeah.
Rappa. We call him Parappa the Rappa.
Yeah, probably right. And the shield guy.
Yeah.
Wait, which one's the shield guy? That's not Rappa, right?
The shield guy, I can't remember his name because he
Okay.
wasn't as like
He's shield
important.
guy.
Yeah. Beak shield guy.
Yeah, Beakman. Beakman's
Yeah.
World.
So yeah, it just shows like Kirishima passed out and he's like muttering to himself, and Fat Gum's like, "You did your best, boy," and like he's proud of him. He's crying.
Yeah.
Like, you're manly. And we get a little flashback of Kirishima talking to Fat Gum when he first met him, and it's pretty cool stuff. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, he's just like, I want to be the best, right? Yeah, that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, typical hero things.
Yeah. I want to protect people, and then everybody's looking at him like, oh man, this guy's cool, and then it like fades into him like almost down on the ground. He's like, I did, I won. And then Fat
Yeah.
Gum. Well, I don't feel like I should call him Fat Gum right now. Just Gum.
Skinny Gum,
Yeah, Buff Gum.
Thin Gum.
Yeah, Buff Gum, Thin Gum. Anyway.
What do they call it? What's that healthy
Swole.
food diet?
Keto.
Slim Fast or
All right,
something?
Slim Fast. There you go. What's the keto diet, or what's that one?
Oh yeah, it's like, isn't that where you just drink a lot of water and you like, I don't know.
And then you hate your life. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
but all right. So yeah, Buff Gum is just like, hey man, we're good. And then Rappa's like, yo man, I want him on his feet. I want to fight. I want to get. Guy, is he ready? And he's like, no man, he's almost dead. He's
oh,
like,
do you remember the really funny line where Fat Gum's like, "Oh shit, I don't have any fat left."
Oh yeah. I laughed my
Gets
ass
up
off.
to
with
fight.
that.
I was like, "Geez, that's like, it's so corny dialogue, but it's funny. I like it."
I wish that was the case. For me. Fat
Oh
left.
no, I don't have any fat left.
No, there's not 1 ounce of fat on that body. Yeah, I laugh really hard at that.
Yeah.
Use all my stored power. All my fat's gone. Like, I'm not fat anymore.
someone hand me a cheeseburger instead.
Yeah, how does that work? Does he just have to eat a lot now? Or does he just come back? I'm
pretty sure he just has to start stuffing his face again. It must be nice to just avoid like diabetes forever. I think it'll be fine. You're just immune.
That poor heart.
Maybe his heart's like loves it too. He's
it's like 5 hearts. Like, what has 5 hearts? Is that cow or is that no? That's stomach for a cow.
Wait, cows have 5 stomachs?
No, I don't know if they have 5 stomachs, but I think they have multiple stomachs.
I do know there is like animals that do have like multiple
hearts?
organs. Yeah, it's weird.
He does. Either that or he has one giant heart that's like made out of nothing but like, I don't know, like steel. Like, Jesus. His arteries are like, I don't know, made out of flex tape or something. I don't know. Flex
tape. So we get like a quick backstory of Rappa, and he was like, "Yeah, I used to be an MMA fighter, and he beat everyone. It was kind of like One Punch Man, like
one punch and they're done, and then Overall showed up." And he's just like, "Hey man, I'm gonna beat that ass." He's like, "No, you're not." And then he did. And he's like
5 times, I guess.
5 times. And then he's like, "I will follow you to the ends of the earth or whatever. I love you, master."
Well, basically, I don't think he actually says like, "I'm gonna stay with him until I beat him," but yeah, he does. I guess he does love him.
Yeah, he does. Everybody loves him. Like we see that in this episode and the next episode. That people will be like, "I can't disappoint master,"
which is kind of weird. We'll talk about that. It's kind of weird, like that they love him so much. But
yeah,
so that was the Kirishima stuff, and then you get Deku and what's his name, Aizawa, and the other What's that one guy's name?
Rock guy? Yeah, Rocklock.
Yeah,
I don't know his actual name, but
yeah, I think that's his hero name, so I'll just call him that, Rocklock.
Yeah, which I don't know. If I feel you read the comics, so I have no idea, but I feel like or not comics, sorry, manga. I feel like the way they did his character in this, I was like, oh, I think that's it.
Well, I mean, like, first of all, his power really isn't that like crazy.
No, it's just he locks things in place. Like, oh wow.
And then he has like a limited range. Like, you can't even like do the whole hallway at once. It's like little sections.
Yeah.
So it's kind of funny, but
I guess it's helpful. But his attitude is he needs to check.
Yeah, he's not like a super important character, but yeah, we'll get to what happens.
That's why I
him.
Assumed this would be like one of the last times we see him. Not because I think he's dead, but because
that'd be a really anticlimactic way to die. Like we'll get to that in a moment, but
yeah. Anyway.
So yeah, Deku, they're fighting that wall master guy.
Yeah,
I don't really know what his name is.
We see him. I think did we see him last time? He was a little small dude, and we only saw his face, but now we see like a full body shot of him.
And that's so weird. Like he used to do that little imp, like in a little black costume. He's really, really small, and then he's apparently like a guy in a well dressed suit. Like inside, he's like a big guy.
Yeah, he has like overalls on or something. Like that.
It's weird. But anyway, yeah, he's in the wall just effing with everyone.
I thought he looked like what's his name, the pervert.
Oh,
Mineta.
Yeah, he did kind of. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, they're just fighting him, and I think this is when is this when Toga and Twice show up or something?
No, I think this is here. I'm scrolling through. Spoilers, everybody. I don't remember too much about this episode because it's been like 2-3 weeks.
I don't remember too much either, so we're both kind of scrolling through it.
Yeah, we're scrolling through it. So I think it's been 3 weeks at this point.
A little over 3. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm scrolling through it, but right after this is when we get another scene of Gum and Red Rocket. What's Red Rocket? Yeah. That's his real name. Talking to Zappa or Kappa or Rappa or
I think that already happened because it shows him briefly, like for a second, but then we're kind of all over the place here.
Yeah, we're all over the place. This episode was really good. I liked it, but
yeah,
we're just getting through so we can get to the next episode.
So I think I know what happens next. Okay. I think they're walking down the hall, and then Toga jumps out of nowhere with a knife, and basically stabs Rocklock in the hand. So she stabs him in the hand, and then he locks it in place. Yes. Like, I find that an interesting maneuver. I feel like that's just an excuse to show off your quirk or something, because why would you lock the knife in your hand? You'd probably want to get that out.
He knew he was useless, so he's all right. Guess I die.
And then he punches her. She evaporates, because I think it's one of the clones that Twice made. And then she stabs him in the back. He's dead. He's no longer ever a character again.
Yeah, he's dead.
No,
He died from one stab. Deku, I would like to let everybody know, Deku has been through so much shit through this.
He's broken his arm to like literally
broke
a
every one of his
sandbag.
fingers multiple times. He went through walls. He's bounced off walls. He's exploded. I bet. I don't even remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, he almost got killed by a giant muscle man, but this guy gets killed by a stab in the back. I'm sure he's not actually dead.
No, he's not. Spoilers. He's not dead. He's
I figured he wasn't. Especially, they show him real quick in the next episode. We probably won't even mention it when we talk about the next episode, but they just show him. I think Aizawa's like picking him up. Someone's picking him up, and he's like hunched over, but you can tell he's not dead.
Yeah, and then she reveals it's her. She flips away, all naked and stuff. She stabs Aizawa.
Just still weird.
Yeah,
because she's not actually naked too. It's like
she is. Do you remember? So I guess quick spoiler for the next episode. In the next episode she explains her quirk, and she says that when she copies them, it copies their clothes too.
Right.
But it goes over her current clothes, so she said it helps to get naked. When she changes, it's just another like explanation as to why they have to show her naked. That's
they have to. Even though she's not real. Like, I'm looking at it right now. It's like it's almost like have you ever seen Ghost in the Shell?
Yeah.
In the movie Ghost in the Shell, the one with Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah.
It was PG-13, so they couldn't have a person just walking around naked in it. Mm-hmm. So they just gave her like this like suit that was like the same color as her skin. Yeah, it was a skin tight
type of thing.
Yeah, so that's what it looks like.
Pretty much, because
I don't know why I keep looking at it. It's just weird looking.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. But then we cut to the two evil masters in this scenario, Shigaraki and Overhaul. Yeah, they're playing. What's that board game? Is that shogi or it's?
I think it's something like that.
I can't imagine. Anyway, it's like a strategy.
Yeah, you
game.
play with little tab things or whatever.
Yeah. Like, and anyway, I think it's really, really a popular game. I should know what it's called, but
Gwent.
Overhaul's like, you know what the coolest part of this game is? You know, you can take control of your opponent's pieces after you like take them, and he's like,
he's like obvious foreshadowing. Thank you.
Yeah. He's like, I want some of your pawns, and Shigaraki's like, I don't know if I can trust you, but eventually he gives him Twice and Toga, as clearly we've already seen. Toga's already fighting for him, so
yeah.
And then we get Twice. He appears in front of Night Eye, right?
Yeah, he's in front of Night Eye. I don't remember what he does here, though.
He copied Rappa, and he made a copy of Rappa, and Rappa goes for Night Eye, like he attacks him.
Yeah, and all I remember is that he kind of freaks out a little bit, and I remember Night Eye shows like he's like swole.
He's like just jacked under his like skinny persona.
I'm trying to look for the part. That's all I remember. Oh, here you go. I found it. Here. Yeah, there you go. You grazed my body. Impressive. That's the line. Impressive. He beats Zappa or Kappa or Rappa's ass.
He has those what are those little stamps he uses? I guess they're like super heavy weights or something, and he like decks the guy with it. Like he throws 3 of them or whatever.
Yeah,
I guess they're just super heavy. It takes him out, and then Twice is like, "Oh shit, this guy ain't no pencil pusher. He's actually like jacked."
Yeah, he's scared, and then what's his name? Toga, that's her name. Shows up and like comforts him or whatever.
Because he's freaking out because his mask is torn. I guess he's like worried he's gonna like split apart. Twice is such a like for people who read the manga, like he's gonna get some really exciting stuff like down the road. Not this season probably, but he's actually like one of the cooler like villains in my opinion. So
so far I like his character. I mean, I just remember that in the last season, the end. I think it was like one of the last episodes where it starts with him, and you're like, and you don't see him in his like costume or whatever.
Yeah,
and we just follow him. I'm like, who the hell is this guy? And then you're all right.
And he's basically Deadpool. I mean,
I've said that, and then I had a couple comments. It was like, he's not really Deadpool. I'm like, yeah, no, he really is,
and not in the raunchy way, the spastic, like always kind of goofy, sort of
look at his costume. Like if you can't, look at his eyes and how they like move around and stuff. Just
exactly.
Like
it's just like a color swap. If you put the color of like Deadpool's outfit on him, you'd be like, oh, that's Deadpool.
Yeah, and I'm getting my lawyers if I was the Deadpool creator.
Yeah,
but I'm sure it's fine.
Here's actually the best I think scene of the episode where it shows like all the villains together talking to Shigaraki, and he's like, yeah, we're gonna team up with these guys, and they're all like, I don't know about that. Like,
they killed
Magna,
yeah, and then they're all like conflicted about it, of course, and then Toga like threatens him with a knife, right?
Yeah, threatens that. Like, I think she's just like crazy like that. She'll just put a knife.
She's like dancing around. She puts a knife like you better not like betray us or whatever. Or some.
Yeah.
Anyway,
and then
you continue. You know it better than I do. I'm trying.
And Twice takes off his mask. He's like, "We're people too, man. Like, you can't just like discard us like that." And they're feeling kind of betrayed by him. And then he says, if he takes off his mask, he's like, "I just want you to get close to him, like make him feel comfortable, and then when the time's right, then we'll,
Is this the first time we get to see his like full face?
Because
we've seen part of his face most of the time, but
maybe. I mean, I read the manga so much that some of that stuff in my mind is like intertwined. So maybe we've seen it before.
No, you're probably right. We probably have seen like a full shot of his face. Like, I know we've seen his mouth plenty, and we've seen. I'm sure we've seen his eyes, but I didn't know if we saw it all together like in just one shot.
Yeah,
you're probably right.
And then we get like this. Like this Team Rocket feeling scene where they like dance and they pose under these spotlights. I just thought like Team Rocket in my mind, like because I feel like Jesse and James would do that, like a pose like that.
It doesn't help that Red Riot's costume, like he has that big R on his chest, which looks like the Team Rocket R.
That's true.
Many things remind me of Pokemon. Huh?
Yeah, and then it ends with them pissing off the wall guy. Because
they're just like blatantly just pissing him off.
Yeah, because they're I guess enacting their plan to like screw them over. I guess.
Try to take them down. Have the heroes take them down for them. Yeah. By getting the wall guy to get too upset.
Yeah.
Which we'll see if it works.
Yeah, and that was Temp Squad. It's actually a really good episode. I know we kind of like skimmed through it, but it was not like crazy action or anything, but it was cool.
It was a good one. I like that we got to see some of the other villains, I guess, even though those are two we've already seen before, and we've already we've already kind of figured out who they are, I guess, as villains. But it's nice to see an episode dedicated to, like, the last few episodes haven't been dedicated to Deku at all, really.
No,
he shows up and he's like, I need to do my full calorie. Like, he says that like last 3 episodes. He's like full calorie. And I'm like, that's it. That's all his lines.
So I wanted to get your opinion on this. So my friends who watch the show, like the friends I know in real life that are around me, they say that they're kind of annoyed with the structure of this season, how it's like focusing on different characters and it's like back and forth between different groups. They said they don't like that. That's more of like a tease. Do you have issue with that, or do you actually like how they're?
I like that we get to see other characters besides Deku, so it doesn't really bother me, especially if it's really good. Yeah. It does bother me that we even get to see Deku sometimes, because I feel like most of the time it's like unnecessary, like him just like, I need to hit that wall with my leg.
Oh yeah, they have him just to remind you that he's in the show.
Yeah. Well, at this point, like, give him something to do in those little cuts. I know they want to cut away from the action to build a little bit of tension. Or they even cut away to something and then cut to commercial. Yeah, I'm sure in Japan or, because we don't get that. We got Funimation, baby. But it's just, I don't know. It feels weird whenever we come back to him. He's just like, I need to get there quicker. I'm like, Jesus, it's been. I mean, I know it's only been about like maybe an hour and a half of show so far that you've been chasing them, maybe even an hour. But it just feels like he's running a really long. I mean, I know the building was big, but it feels like a really long hallway. And I guess he's like messing with it, the guy in the walls and stuff. It's just, I don't know. It just feels like it's like really repetitive. It actually reminds me of like a Dragon Ball Z episode, which like an old.
So I guess that's like my friends' complaints with it. They feel like it's that.
Yeah.
I'll just say, like, I feel like the first, 7 episodes were all about Deku of this season.
Yeah.
So, it's kind of nice to... in this entire, series, I've always liked to see the other people, because they're really interesting, and their backstories are cool, so...
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah, I'm okay with it, personally, but... for people who want Deku, we're about to get a whole lot more Deku, so it's okay.
Yeah, soon. I figured, after this episode, especially how it ends, I'm like, oh, here we go, Deku Unleashed.
Yeah. So do you want to handle the new one, the beginning of it?
Sure, I will. All right, so it starts off with it has to be a flashback of Overhaul and his lead man, his boy Corono or something like that.
That's impressive because I don't even know that guy's name.
I'm reading it, bro. don't give me any credit. I only said it like that because I don't know how to pronounce it.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's actually his name though. But anyway, they show a flashback of them making the drug that stops people's quirks from working. And supposedly they got a permanent version of it, and it's like, yes, we made a permanent version of the drug, and it even shows a flashback of what's his name with the he eats anything and then uses their powers.
Oh yeah, he got hit with the temporary one.
Yeah, got hit with the temporary one. And they even said yeah, we made these, but we only made 5 of them, and it took a whole month to make them. But obviously they're showing us this for a reason, right in the beginning of this episode before the intro.
Foreshadowing.
So yeah, it was just we made this permanent thing. It took a long time to make just these 5, but we made them and they work. And then it cuts to the intro, which I think in the next couple episodes we should be getting a new one, right?
Yeah, apparently I don't know this for a fact or anything. I think episode 15, the new one. So we're that's a good indicator. We're actually almost done with this arc, this story arc. We're coming near the end, which is exciting, and it's definitely going to end with a bang for sure.
Right. All right, so then we get to a scene right after the intro where we got Twice and Toga talking to the rest of the, what are they called? Shiai?
They're the 8 bullets of the Saikai or something.
Saikai.
Yeah, I guess those guys are specifically are, but I don't remember what I think the clan is the Chisei is Saikai or something.
Yeah, Saikai or whatever. Anyway, Overhaul the gang. They're talking to them, pretty much discussing what they're going to do. There's a part where I guess there's one guy that can not read people's minds, but get in their minds and tell them. Yeah, that's his quirk, where they can make them confess to anything. So they asked him what's your quirk? And at first they don't want to tell them because they don't really trust.
He's like, I'll never tell you anything. And then
he's like, what's your quirk? He's just like, oh, I can make doubles of anybody. They're made out of clay or whatever.
I need to know their shoe size. I need to know their height, their weight.
Yeah, height, their weight. That's all better stuff. I need that to make the perfect clone. And he's like, wait, what happened? It's just wait, why did I say that?
I love the expression on Toga in this scene. She's like, "You idiot!"
You moron. and then immediately she tells them to, and it goes into this fun little animation thing where it's
oh yeah, it's actually pretty humorous the way they draw. The little cartoon stuff. So.
By the time she's done telling the guy, I don't know the guy's name. That one I don't know. I don't think it's.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
The guy the confession guy. We'll just call him Confession. Because he comes into play a little bit later. But So anyway, she tells him, and she's like, "Wait, what?" You can tell Twice is like, "Yeah, see, that sucked."
I thought that was hilarious.
And I do like that, even though they are betraying them, even though he asks. Hey, are you you guys betraying us? Is Shigaraki going to betray us? They still say no. So it's not the perfect quirk, I guess, because they are betraying them.
But here's the thing, though. Did Shigaraki ever actually say they're going to betray them?
That's true. He didn't say, but that's pretty much what they're doing, right?
Yeah.
They're working together, and then at one point they're not going to. And they're going to try to get them caught, right?
Yeah,
but it is true that I guess he didn't say. So I guess that's a loophole.
It could be either way. I guess.
If
I don't know the exact word Shigaraki said, but
I'm sure if Confession asked, "Hey, are you guys going to try to get the heroes to capture us or something like that?" then they'd be screwed.
Maybe, yeah.
The Confession guy didn't ask that, so.
Yeah.
So right after that, we cut away, I believe.
So yeah, next it cuts to them pissing off the wall guy again. And,
the wall guy.
They're all dropping into
Don't screw
this.
with us. Yeah, no, that was in the flashback. Doesn't he like say, "Don't screw with us" or whatever?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and then it comes back to them like, "Hey, you suck. You're dumb."
Yeah. And then it cuts to the room, and then the guy, I guess, is getting sloppy in his rage, and he leaves a hole where you can see kind of where he is, and Deku is like, "Oh, I see something," and he goes and just kicks it. Just like, oh, that looks unusual, let me kick it.
Yeah, I see a guy in there, he looks like a, I don't know, generic man, let me go punch him with my fists.
Yeah,
so my legs.
And then Aizawa, all he needs is to see a little piece of him, and he does, and then he erases his quirk.
I just love how easy it was in this that they took him down, because most of it was a flashback, and then like when we get out of flashback, they're like, "Oh, there he is," and then they just kick him. We win.
Yeah, and then Night Eye knocks him out with a stamp.
Yeah,
there's a stamp in his face, and
which I find it funny. That's his signature weapon. That's the stamps.
And then here we get to the meat and potatoes of this episode, the really good part. Lemillion finally catches up to Overhaul because he's just going through all these walls the entire time, like skipping all these obstacles and rooms, and catches up. And so there's a lot that happens here. He kind of taunts him and says like, "Oh, hey, schoolboy, looks like you caught up to us," and he's like, "Too bad you're gonna die here. Like she's not gonna go with you."
Yeah, he tries to make him feel bad too. He's just like, "Oh, you didn't save her last time."
Yeah.
Does that make you feel bad? Like he just explains his emotional state to us. He's just like, "You feel bad, and that's why you're here." And he's like, "Yeah, that's right. I'm here."
Oh, that doesn't happen quite yet because the drunk guy comes out first.
Oh yeah, you're right.
And this guy, he's like clinging to the ceiling. Like I think he's called like Slosh or something. Like
Slosh.
Yeah, that's his quirk at least. And then he's like drinking sake or whatever he's drinking, and he's I guess you make others feel drunk. Is that the
he messes. At first that's
equilibrium.
What I thought, but yeah, he just messes with your equilibrium, which is what getting drunk does. So I guess either way.
So I guess it's like all the fun of being drunk taken out. It's just like you just feel like you're
you feel all the negatives of being drunk.
I don't even drink, so I shouldn't even say like positively I feel good like drinking, but
you do. I don't drink either, but I'm assuming so. I can only assume.
Yeah, so he's feeling a little tipsy, And,
he's like, "Whoa, my legs, they're like jelly," or whatever. So I think he actually says that, doesn't he? Like at one point, like
something like that,
jelly.
yeah. And then here's the part you were talking about with the
So anyway, they're making him feel bad. It's just like, doesn't confession show up again? It's just like,
he shoots him with bullets, and he goes like, "Nah, not gonna happen."
Yeah, it goes right past him. But anyway, he's like trying to like stand up and stuff, and then they're talking about like, "You feel bad," and
I do feel bad.
Yeah, well, I mean like emotionally. And he's like, that too. It's like, I feel pretty bad all over.
What if during this scene you just get like a random question like, "Hey, are you single?" Like,
what flavor of Skittle is what's your favorite Skittle?
Purple. What's your favorite movie? Jaws 2.
Jaws 2.
Just like random questions. I don't even just think about it. Like,
what's your favorite month of the year? July.
Imagine that was the entire episode. Just like
he just asked a bunch of stupid questions.
What's your biggest fear? Heights. Or, I don't know, something stupid like cotton candy.
It's cotton candy. Guy's named Jeff.
And even Overhaul is like interested in all this. He's like not even leaving. He's just like listening. He's stupid.
He's gone by now.
Yeah.
Oh, mission failed.
Deku and the others show up. Like,
where the hell is she? I don't know. I have no idea. Anyway, Mirio's like he's getting a little bit more upset. They keep taunting him. He's just like, "You keep torturing your daughter," and then of course exactly what we all predicted. What's his actual name now? Overhaul. I'll just call it Overhaul. Is it Shoko? Is that his name?
I'm not sure.
Or is that somebody else? I'm gonna say Overhaul. Overhaul is just like the thing we all predicted. Is like, of course, that's not his daughter. He's like, "That's not my daughter. I don't have any kids."
Oh, you forgot one of the coolest scenes.
Oh my god!
Where he phases through the wall and then like beats up the two guys who are attacking him.
Oh yeah.
And then he goes underground and he leaps up behind Overhaul, and then he tries to punch him, but then he misses, and then he kicks the guy who's holding Aerie by like phasing his foot through Aerie. Yeah, and then he decks him in the face. Like, oh my god, that was so cool.
He kicks Overman.
Yeah,
what's his name again?
He kicks the henchman dude. I don't know what his name is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I vaguely remember this. But yeah. So anyway, he does that, and doesn't he like also grab Aerie at this point?
Yeah. Then he says like all the stuff you're saying.
Yeah, he's like, "That's not my daughter." Ew, or whatever.
I don't have children.
And he even like suggests like the only reason why you're alive is because of her. Doesn't he kind of suggest that too?
Yeah.
Because he would have blew his ass up a few episodes ago.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. And there's a lot more just like yelling at each other. And then this is when the daughter thing happens. Right? It's just like, how could you do this to your own daughter? He's like, I don't have any children. He took his glove off and he just like starts messing with everything. And this is the point where this is really messed up, where he's just like, it's not his daughter, which, okay, I predicted that. But I didn't think he could do this where he can reassemble people. I'm assuming they probably mentioned this before, but he can reassemble people if they just died. If they just died, he can reassemble them.
Yeah. So they showed that off with Rappa when he was saying he would kill him in the fights and then put him back together.
Oh, right, of course. Yeah. See, I forgot that episode a lot more than I remember. Yeah, so anyway, he's talking about like, hey, all I need to do is like kill you. I could kill her, I could bring her back, but I just need to get rid of you. So he just keeps going after him with
which is
Aerie.
like super effed up.
Yeah, and he's like protecting her by like getting her like above the spikes and stuff that keep like shooting out. But of course, they go through him perfectly fine because he could just phase through them. But Aerie can't really do that, so he's throwing her up and like holding her up, so, like trying not to get her scared.
Yeah.
Just
and
really
then
messed up.
and freaking Overhaul blocks off the exit, so he can't get away. Obviously, he can't phase her through walls, so he's got to like fight in this confined room now.
Yeah.
And this other guy, I don't know what his quirk is. I wish I did, because apparently it's a good quirk. But I guess I'll just be surprised in the next episode when it reveals it. He pulls out a gun, and Chisaki's like, hey, shoot him on the arm that he's holding Area with, and because he won't like phase that arm, he'll like keep it up to protect her. And then
here's when he uses his cape, right?
Yeah, he jumps in the air and he's like, sorry about this, and like he smiles at her, and then he uses the cape as like a magician's trick, basically.
To block to whatever he's doing underneath the cape. So he doesn't know exactly where his arm is and where she is or whatever. So he uses his cape to kind of like as a big blanket, pretty much.
Yeah.
To the point where they think he's still under there, but his ass already dipped. He got rid of his cape, and he's like behind them because he phased through the ground and got behind him.
It was just sweet. And he starts decking Chisaki and like just punching him, and it's awesome. He punches him, and then he does the thing he did in an episode where he fought all the class students, where he puts his hand up and he just phases through the hand and like just punches. It's so sick.
It is great. And then so he's beating that ass, and then we get a flashback with Chisaki. That's his name.
Yeah, we'll just call him that for now, because we always mess up his name, so that's okay.
Who's Shoto? I know there's a
that's
character.
Shoto's Todoroki. That's
who's Todoroki again?
Fire Ice guy.
There you go. That's what I thought.
Who's Todoroki?
I don't want to say Fire and Ice guy. That's wrong.
Yeah.
Oh well, he hasn't really been in this the season, to be fair. So
yeah, that's true.
So hasn't Bakugo, which if this was like old me, I'd be like, oh, thank God.
Yeah,
that guy. But I know you're probably upset. That's your favorite character.
No. I mean, I say he's my favorite, but like in a time where we don't see him, we don't see him that much now. Like, so it's like he's not at the forefront where I'm like, oh, he's my favorite. I gotta like watch. Right now I'm liking these other people, like Fat Gum and like all these people at the front. It's a very much in the moment thing, I guess. Yeah. Who's my favorite? But anyway, he's just beating the shit out of Overhaul, and he's getting pissed.
Yeah, he's like screaming, "I'll be your hero, Erie. I'm your hero."
This whole scene is so emotional. Like, we're laughing and giggling and stuff, but it's like really good.
It is really good.
Yeah.
The really whole tense. Time, if anybody watches my reaction, the whole time I was thinking like any moment
You thought he was gonna die?
Yeah, Mirio could have died at like any moment because I mean they're holding back because we didn't really see. We saw what's the character's name, Magna, die. We saw them die.
To be fair, that was like a very like throwaway character in the sense that like Magna's not an important part of the story or anything.
No, but we've never seen him like really take out. Like I thought this would be the time where we really see like the messed up stuff he could do. Which I guess it could still happen.
Next episode, never know.
You never know. So, not that I want that to happen.
Except I do know.
Oh, yeah, you do know. You read the comic. I mean, the manga.
Manga.
The mango, you read it.
Yeah. I'm
sure
cool.
that'll upset somebody.
I'm the coolest kid in the room right now. I read
cool.
manga.
You read the mango. Yeah. Oh, cool. You have to read it from right to left. That's how cool you are. That's how you read manga.
Yeah, you read it from right to left. Yeah.
Okay. That's how cool manga is.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't follow the rules.
So we get really quick backflash of Overhaul's backstory, and it's really really quick. It's like literally 3 scenes. It's just him as a kid.
Yeah, and with a mask on.
Yeah, the Yakuza boss is like, "Hey, kid, you got a name?" Like, he tells him his name, and then he basically just recruits him, and then he's like, all of a sudden, an adult now. Like, it just skips everything, and then he's like, "Oh, we're in hard times in the Yakuza right now. Like, our numbers are dwindling." And Overhaul's like, "Did you think about the plan that I said?" I'm guessing his plan was to like manufacture these guns that he was saying.
Yeah.
And then the boss, who's a very old school boss, from what we've heard, is like, "No. You got to have some heart in your plan. You can't just, we're not evil people. We're just like,
Yeah, we're just kidnapping little girls and
pretty much,
them.
yeah. And
evil.
And then that was it, right? That was the backflash.
That was the flashback. Yeah, that was pretty much the flashback. It was a quick thing just to show you, like, I guess to show you that there's more of a reason to do it than I guess they're just evil. I don't know. And they don't like heroes, I guess.
Oh yeah, it all.
Which I assume the whole reason why they want to get the permanent quirk killer thing is not just because they don't like people that have quirks. I feel like it's more like just a domination thing, more so than anything else. Which I'm sure they said that before, where they just want to take down all the big heroes so they can control. Not the world. I don't know. Maybe the world. I have no idea. But anyway, it cuts from there to like Overhaul, like getting his ass beat a little bit more, and then the one guy. What's his name again? I've said his name before. Kasuma.
So yeah, it's the guy, the confession guy.
Confession guy. Okay, it was the confession guy this time. Okay, never mind.
Overhaul flings the bullets at him that they made, the 5 bullets or whatever.
Just shoot his ass.
Yeah, pretty much.
He's just like, and he could only manage to get 1 bullet because he's trapped underneath some rubble. And so he grabs I think you can only grab 1 bullet, right? Because he mentions he only has 1 bullet.
Yeah,
so
only 1 shot.
Yeah, so he has to make it count. And he thinks about like, all right, I can't shoot any part of him really because then.
I mean, you could try, but he'll probably like phase through it.
He'll phase through it, and so far he's been winning. So I'm sure he will.
he's been whooping my boss's ass. So,
I don't think it's right now. So maybe not.
Imagine like we don't hear this like inner monologue that we got in the show, and he like points the gun at him. You just hear, well, this guy's kicking my boss's ass. Let me shoot the little girl instead. Like
at that point, I'd be like, I'll be switching sides quick. I'll just be like, no, hey, look, I'm here, I'm helping. He shoots Overhaul.
Imagine that, like that'd be kind of crazy.
Overhaul.
Yeah,
I mean, it wouldn't kill him. It would just take away his stupid.
And he would lose like instantly.
Oh yeah, he'd be done. Yeah. I mean, he was already losing. So. I mean, you can't touch Mirio, so
he's like.
I thought something was gonna happen where like Mirio has to keep physical form, and then that's how Overhaul gets him or whatever. Because he has to touch him, right? And if he can't touch him, he can't kill him.
Yeah, Mirio was essentially the Russian dude in Rocky 2, and he was Overhaul was Apollo, literally just getting his ass beat, like.
Yeah, and the other guy has the white flag, but he's not throwing it in. It's just like, come on, Rocky, throw the freaking flag in. He's dying.
Yeah.
Oh, he's dead now. I'll throw it in now.
Here's another just effed up thing. Like the guy turns the gun to Eri, and Eri's just like, if he didn't care about Eri before, by the way, who would not care about this little frightened girl? Like she's in the shittiest situation. She's just like terrified, and this guy's pointing a gun at her now, and Mirio sees that, and he does like the most heroic thing. Literally jumps in front of the bullet to protect her. Yep. And I like to think that he doesn't even know that gun takes away your quirk. I think I like to believe he just believes it's actually just like a gun,
like a regular bullet.
Yeah,
I guess it still technically is just a regular bullet. Right?
Oh yeah.
Except it also takes away your quirk. But they didn't know about the quirk killing thing, and
yes.
they knew about it being in a bullet because of the squid guy.
But, but to be fair, earlier in the hallway, the guy had a regular gun.
Yeah, he had a regular
with
gun,
that. So.
Yeah.
For all you know, it was like a regular one. But anyway, like either way you want to think about it, he just like does a selfless thing, and he says like I'm done with you being sad and frightened. Like I'm gonna protect you, and dives in front, and he gets hit with the permanent quirk erasing bullet. One of the bigger events of this season for sure.
Yeah, and then it cuts to like a flashback. It's like he jumps in front of the bullet. He's like smiling, and it cuts back to a flashback, another one where we get like I guess kind of his origin story.
Tintin Senior, his dad,
which I thought I loved that his dad looks exactly the same.
I love how they like kept that like as like his parents looked like that too, or at least his dad. Like it's just funny. Like you get a family of Tintins.
Well, he looks more like Archie or something. Like
oh
that.
Yeah, you know what, you're right.
Archie and Tintin.
That's freaking funny. But yeah, it just shows him like growing up with this tough to master quirk, and his dad said, like, yeah, that quirk's tough. That's why I gave up on being a hero. I guess his dad has the same quirk. So
So anyway, that flashback happens where you see like he's really trying, and you see him even in some of the flashbacks we've already seen before, where he's like going through the wood or whatever, and he kind of messes up. He has no pants on at one point. He's like, uh-oh. But
it's a good thing he's got his costume, because imagine like every fight you're ever in, you just become naked. Like,
he's just naked. Which I mean, I'm sure most villains would be like, I don't even want to look at him. It's a little weird. He'd probably win all of his fights.
Yeah.
So anyway, it cuts back to him still fighting. It's not like it gets rid of his quirk already. I assumed it would probably be like a thing where the quirk doesn't immediately go. You know,
I'm pretty sure it goes away immediately.
Does it immediately go? I thought like a character said like, oh, he's still using his quirk or whatever.
Oh no, the guy's like he's still fighting even though he lost his invincible quirk. Like,
oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
he throws.
I mean, it's a bullet, but you know, he's a man. He's gonna take it.
Yeah. He throws a body at him, like one of the henchmen, like as a distraction, and then he just goes in and starts beating the shit out of Overhaul again. He's dodging his. Like, that's the one thing, even though he doesn't have his quirk, he still has the reflexes he gained from like using it. So he's dodging and doing all that. And here's I don't know, you're not really like, you don't really like listen to the fan feedback on the episodes, I don't think, but
no, I watch reactions to that, so that's about it.
So this next like section is very most people really like it, but some people complain that it's like a slideshow type of thing. Like it's not like an animated fight. I actually kind of like the slideshow. When I first watched it, I thought like, oh, that's a bummer we didn't get it like animated, but I thought it was a pretty emotional, like cool slideshow.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It just keeps like flashing to different pictures. Like it even does like a flash or whatever.
Yeah.
And then it cuts to him getting skewered.
Yeah, that's like one of the most iconic scenes of the manga too, is when he's like getting stabbed and protecting Eri. So really, really, really cool scene, I thought.
Yeah,
but
really well done.
I just thought it was interesting. People there's some people really was annoyed by that, but
no, I didn't even think about it. I thought it was good.
I was just surprised when it happened, but then like looking back, I was like, wow, that was actually really good. So.
I think people need to realize that, like, when you do a picture like that, when you do action, it's movement. There's a lot of, I mean, this is anime, so you can do action and make it quick and still you can understand what's going on.
Yeah.
When it comes to like a movie, though, there's times where like it goes so quick, you're like, I don't even know what's going on. Like, I don't know, is Optimus Prime fighting Megatron? I can't tell. What I liked about that, like I didn't even think about it until now, but now thinking about it, I actually really like it, is that they just show little pictures, so it gives your brain time to adjust, see what's actually happening. True. See what's actually happening, and it's supposed to be more emotional than badass, so it's like showing you like, oh, here we go, he's dodging this, he's dodging that. We see a picture, we see a shot of Eri reacting. I think it's better than if it was just in motion, because then it would just be like, oh, here's this really cool action, but the way they set it up as like a kind of slideshow is more like, here's parts of this action that's supposed to be emotional more than just like it being an action scene. So I don't know. Like I didn't even think about it, to be honest, until now. I was like, all right. I didn't even think about it being a slideshow. Like, now watching it, I can see why.
Yeah.
People, I guess, complain, but I think it works. I mean, hey, the manga is a slideshow, technically.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, so shut up.
Yeah. Technically speaking, that stuff we get in the slideshow, in the manga, the fight just like skips all that stuff. Because he loses his quirk in the manga, and then it like some really quick moments like of action happen after that, and then it's the skewered like part.
Yeah.
But in this one, it actually shows like more, so you're actually getting more than you would in the manga.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
And we get a quick post credit scene.
Yeah, which
it's actually
I thought was
really hype.
Which I'm glad it was a post credit scene. Because if it was like the actual ending, it would have felt like you should end it on the scene of him like running to the light or whatever.
Yeah,
that was perfect.
Yeah.
But the post credit scene, like the way what it was great, just because he had the whole credits to think about, like, oh no, he's done, and then at the end of this, he's like skewered still, and he's actually taking himself off of the spikes, and then Overhaul's just like, yeah, that's right, I got you, you're done, I win, I'm the best.
And Mirio's like, I'm still fighting, Tamaki and everyone, like.
Yeah.
In my mind, I'm like, yeah, he's basically asking, where the hell is everyone?
Yeah, where the hell is... I was asking that too. I'm like, where the hell is everybody?
And then
I knew he ran past them pretty quickly, but come on. Like,
our boy Deku comes flying through the wall, you know?
Hell yeah. And it like zooms in on his face, and it was just like, boom.
Yeah.
Credits.
So everyone who's been complaining there's no Deku, then, well, there you go. He's, you know.
Yeah, he's coming.
I've avoided all spoilers of... Obviously not spoilers. I know what like the things that'll happen, but I purposely didn't reread the manga, this part of the manga, because I wanted all to feel fresh again.
Right.
So I don't know like what happens next. I know like the important things, but I don't know like how the fight goes or anything like that. So I'm excited to see. I can only imagine it's gonna be one of the better moments of the season because it's like the climax. It's
Yeah.
So.
Is the next episode the climax?
Well, it's going to be... I think it's... well, if this arc does end by episode 15, then I'd imagine 13 and 14 will be like
13 and 14 will be the end.
Yeah.
13 will be the end, and 14 will be the resolution, like they usually do. Or they have an episode dedicated mainly to, like...
they usually unwind
life is
a
back
little bit.
And... whatever. Yeah.
Because if you remember, like, season 1, like, the All Might beats, like, the Nomu, and then, like, the next episode, it's like, oh, it's a wind down. It's like the... Obviously, we're not at the end of the season or anything, so... they might set things up for like what's going to happen next after that. Right. Do you have any? So before you like watch any of the next episodes or anything, do you have any predictions? Do you still feel like someone's going to die, or do you feel like everyone's safe? Or
do I think anybody's going to die? I don't think Mirio is going to die. I think it's just his quirk's going to be gone. That's it.
That'd be pretty messed up if he lost his quirk and then died like after. Like it wasn't like.
Yeah.
Why would you make someone lose their quirk if they were gonna like just die anyway after?
Right. Yeah. So what's the point? I guess I could see him if they wanted to get him to the point where he does die. I guess they could just make it so that he keeps fighting when he shouldn't, because Deku and
that's true.
I'm assuming someone else shows up at some point, because wasn't Deku with everybody else?
Yeah, he was with Aizawa, and
so I'm assuming other people are going to show up,
bleeding
right?
on the ground somewhere.
Yeah, Rocklock is in a pool of his own blood.
Yeah,
but I'm assuming they'll show up too. I don't know. Who knows? It might just be Deku, which I think would be better anyway if it was just Deku. Because I think like 5 other dudes show up. Be like, okay. Well, the Overhaul's definitely not going to win now.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. I don't think Mirror's going to die, but I think he's going to just not have any more quirks. I don't know what's going to happen to him in the future of the show. Like, what is his point going to be? I guess, but I don't know. I think if they do get rid of his quirk and then he doesn't really have much to do in the rest of the season, then it'd be kind of a waste. I mean, I think he's a really cool character. I like him, and they just introduced him not even 15 episodes ago, technically.
Yeah,
right?
Pretty much.
So it'd be like, oh man, this character who I thought would be like a main character, I guess he still can be, but like All Might we haven't seen in episodes now. Like what, like 6?
Yeah, he's pretty much a background character at this point, All Might, which is really sad, but
which I get. It's supposed to be Deku's story. I mean, they remind us that in the last the last intro. I mean, they haven't done that in this intro anymore, where it's just like, I'll be the greatest hero. Here's my story, which I think makes sense for this arc, I guess, because he's not really the main focus. But yeah, I could see him just losing his powers. Now, anything else, I don't think anybody else would die. Like it'd be, I think it'd be a little bit too much to have like Overhaul die already, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, what do you think? Deku's got like snap his neck or something?
That'd be awesome.
Dude, imagine that. It's like Mortal Kombat style, like finish.
Yeah. You ever see the second Mortal Kombat movie?
Oh, yeah, I've seen
Johnny
scenes
Cage's
of it.
neck.
Yeah.
It's just like, damn. I mean, I knew you couldn't get the same actor, but
Deku's just so upset about Mirio's quirk getting taken away that he just goes ballistic.
Yeah. That would be crazy. I don't know. I don't think anybody's gonna die. I'm gonna say serious injuries all around, but I don't think anybody's gonna die.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think you know what? Here's a prediction. I think Deku will have to use his fist.
Oh, hey.
There you go. That's a prediction. That's not gonna happen, but
because he's been using his legs.
He's been using only his legs for the last like almost like half
basically since the muscular fight.
Yeah, which was like the beginning of season 3, right? It was like
I guess he did punch Bakugo during their fight.
Yeah. I meant like he's gonna have to seriously injure his arms again this time.
Oh, okay.
Like,
gotcha.
Like really use them.
Yeah.
Like,
Gotta break the
I don't know what else
bones.
to do. He cut my legs off or whatever. Which that'd be unfortunate.
Whoa. Yeah.
Don't worry, Deku. We got some sweet robot legs for you. He's
just like we can rebuild him, like the $10 million man, whatever the
$10 million Deku.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Well, besides that, I don't know. There's gonna be a sweet fight. People are gonna lose. People are gonna win.
Oh yeah.
And they'll make an action figure of.
Was that your favorite episode so far?
There will be a new Funko Pop based on.
Oh my gosh! Like broken leg Deku.
Yeah. Funko Pop now does like the moments thing.
Oh
where, They recreate.
By the way, I've actually started getting into Funkos, just for My Hero.
Really good. Yeah, My Hero are really good.
I resisted for a long time, but now I have Aizawa, Buff All Might, Skinny All Might, where he just has the one buff arm.
Yeah. That's sweet.
And then I have Deku, Kirishima, Tokoyami, who's the Dark Shadow guy.
Nice.
And yeah.
Yeah, I just have the regular All Might ones where he's regular All Might and then Skinny All Might. The one with the buff arm though. That's
pretty sweet. It's a glow in the dark one.
Oh hell yeah!
I wish I was regular, but they don't. I don't think they have a regular, but glow in the dark's cool. So.
Yeah, I don't think they have a glow in the dark regular. But all right, yeah, the Funko Pops are really cool. Some of them are really well detailed. I know a lot of them. There's ones that just like it's a guy and he has a suit on. That's it.
Yeah.
But like all the Overwatch ones look really good.
I've always liked Funko, and I like that they're cheap. If they were like expensive, obviously I'd be like, hell no, that's a waste. But I know they're cheap and they're actually pretty well detailed, and it's a nice style. So
yeah, they're well made enough. I mean, I know a lot of people don't like the beady eyes. That's like the big thing, but some of them don't have the beady eyes. So some of them are pretty cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're ending it with Funko talk.
Was that your favorite episode so far?
Yeah, so far that was my favorite episode. It was really good.
I'd probably put it like top 3. I put it with I think the Facum episode is number 1 with Kirishima, and then I really liked the episode where All Might was like telling them that he's gonna die, and they're meeting when they're running and stuff.
Right.
That was really good too.
Yeah, that was a good episode too. This one, I don't know, like they made me really like a character pretty quickly in this show. I think
they do a pretty good job of that. They don't like. There's no like dead air time where there's not anything going on.
Yeah,
there's
even
always
when people are running
sort of...
and not talking through their mouths, they're talking in their head.
Yeah,
they're like, oh, you gotta save your whatever.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of talking in the show, which is good.
Yeah. So that was Temp Squad and Lemillion.
Yes.
This podcast type of thing we do, like I said at the very beginning, we're going to be sticking to the English version. Gore's probably going to be watching ahead, but obviously he's not going to spoil anything for you guys when we talk in the future.
I might wait until this English one. Because it's only a couple more days. I might as well just wait, right?
Yeah, and this arc's almost over, so it'll be much easier to wait after like this arc is done, because it's not like, like so.
Yeah. So I could watch this episode, and then of course, if I want to, I could just watch the Japanese dub because I'll be also out for the next episode. Yeah. Because the next 2 episodes are going to be the action, right?
Yeah.
So I could just do that. That'd be great.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do that.
I'll do that.
I'll do that. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Anime Shenanigans.
Yes, we back.
So yeah,
new year, new us.
Yeah, of course. I need to. What's your New Year's resolution? Before we go,
watch more anime.
I need to play more games.
Yeah, you know that's actually my.
I've been slacking bad. I have like so many games I need to play, and I just.
I've been actually slacking too. That's probably more of my New Year's I can't speak. New Year's resolution than anime.
Because I've been watching a lot of shows. I've watched Mandalorian, and I'm watching like animes, obviously. So
I started watching The Witcher. I need to get back into that.
Oh, I need to start that. Everyone tells me it's good.
It's pretty solid so far. I mean, the first episode's kind of weak, but the second one was already like I can already see it getting way better. And from what I heard, it only gets better from every episode. So I was like, oh shit, really? Okay. I actually really legitimately like the second episode. So
it's better than starting off incredible and then slowly getting worse.
Oh, and then it sucks. Yeah, like a certain show that ended this year. I ain't gonna say names, but it rhymes with Haim of. It's Game of Thrones.
Well, technically, it was last year.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
2020, baby.
2020. Year of the pig.
Oink.
Oink. There you go. That's a good way to end.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
See you, everyone. Have fun.
Bye.